Hi, my name is Charles Neal. I'm a 31-year-old designer from Atlanta, Georgia. I woke up this morning and decided it's such a gorgeous day, I wanted to show you where my days normally end. That's on my boat dock, looking at this beautiful view. I come out here after a really long day of work sometimes and just escape. I get on my jet ski in the summer. Oh my God, it's so fun. Just clears my mind and gets me ready for a new day of design. But you're here to learn about my design, so let's start there. Let's go to my store in Roswell and I'll show you some really exciting things. So here we are in my design studio in one of the many rooms I've created. This particular room I did an old world look with an opulent flair. To get the authentic look of the old world, I went with a Venetian plaster. I actually imported this from Italy, and when I trialed it on, I created all this gorgeous movement. I went back after that with a high-speed buffing machine and polished it really shiny. This really brought the color out and made it look like marble walls. Just gorgeous. As far as color, I wanted to create texture, but with the drapery I didn't want to have a lot of contrast, so I went with a gold silk. Now this is a great technique. I just took 6 yards of silk, wrapped it around this corbel, bam, you've got a lot of look, and it's so easy to do. Now for the drama of the room, I went with this gorgeous, huge mirror. It's got a real Baroque frame, but I went with an antique mirror, kept it more old world. This creates the opulent look. Now to keep the room up to date, went with more of a transitional armoire. This really is a gorgeous piece and it's darker tones in it. There's a lot of movement in the room. Keeps it, like I said, up to date. Now don't forget this exquisite inlaid marble table. This is just stunning. When you're sitting down to eat, all you can see is all this gorgeous handwork. Overall, this room is very regal and luxurious, but more importantly, it's warm and inviting. So you actually can use this room. Now let me show you something completely different in front of the store. Okay, so for this room, I went with a really dramatic contemporary look. I mean, these 6-foot-tall wing chairs, they're just over the top. And all this tufting is just scrumptious. I even used a Swarovski crystal logo on my pillow here. I created this with a plotting machine. It's really neat. It cuts little holes. You brush your crystals over it, you can pull it up, and you've got an applique you can put on pillows, the back of a chair, even walls. Talking about walls, check out this custom wall finish. I made this to look like silk with an embroidered design on it. I wanted to keep the look of silk throughout the room. So what I did is I took a metallic plaster, I troweled it over the whole wall, and then a dry brush, and I went straight across, creating all these beautiful little lines. It looks like slubs in Dupioni silk. I then created a custom template for all of these stencils. I applied them one by one, filled them in with the stems, and overlaid them to give a more three-dimensional look. You could do this with any design you want. My clients love this because anything they can envision, I can sketch and we can create a look that looks like real embroidered silk wall covering. But let's actually go to one of my clients' house now. So here we are in the formal living room of one of my clients' homes. In this room, I did a transitional formal look. Now, I started this design like I do all my designs, with the walls and the floors first. I went with a metallic silver paint, but as you can see, since this room is so large, I blended gold into the paint to warm it up. This is a great paint technique. It's called a color blend. You basically take a paint roller of gold and silver and blend them together. It's really easy to do once you get a hang of it. Now for the floors, I chose a neutral rug with a black border. This is an empire style. So it really created a lot of movement in the room. Now my favorite part of the room is this huge, oversized, silk quilted sofa. It's so luxurious, it's fit for a king. It's so inviting and it softens this huge room up. Now I knew it needed to have a great focal point behind it. And one of my favorite artists is Dante Rossetti. This is a print that I created from scanning one of his pieces out of a magazine and printing it on canvas. I stretched it on stretcher bars, and then I added clear brush strokes to it to create that look of an original oil painting. Now if you're on a budget, this is a lot of look. Well, that's it for now. I'm Charles Neal, your next design star.